Hey there, it's Simone. I'm so glad to share another journaling snippet with you today. I'm still working in my MD notebook. I'm stuck somewhere in the middle of September. To be exact, it's September 21st, and here I'm flipping to the date in my planner because I am rapid logging what I am doing every day, and so that I can refer to it when I'm actually journaling about it. And here I'm showing you that I have a new watercolor palette. I switched my Winsor & Newton palette into this metal tin. I purchased that on Amazon, and the reason for that is because when I went to Santa Cruz 2 weeks ago, I purchased one of this purple that you can see up there, and they did not have half pans, so I needed to get half pans to be able to put it into my watercolor palette. And so I went out and bought a bigger one that had I bought not one half pan but a whole tin box with many pans, so I can add more, which doesn't really make sense because I actually love the White Nights watercolor set, but it's so huge. That sounds like somebody I don't really care for very much. So the way I am journaling, or I have been journaling, I am adding titles using my paintbrush and watercolor, and then when that is dry, I am adding some journaling and filling up the empty spaces with more stickers, ephemera, washi tape. What I can find, I'm sticking down. And yes, if you have seen my last snippet, or if you have seen any updates on my YouTube channel about my planning, or if you are following me on Instagram, you might have noticed that I have actually switched and changed it up from this MD notebook into a Hobonichi Weeks. The reason for that is because I was so overwhelmed with the fact that I tried to fill a daily page in this A5 notebook every day, and I just couldn't keep up. Now this is dry, and I am showing you that what I did, because that was the big problem. I filled the titles in, it was wet, I couldn't continue, I had to wait, and sometimes I didn't have enough time in a day to use watercolor and add journaling and even more. And you can see right here I smudged, so I pulled out my Hobonichi writing board so that I would cover up the watercolor on the other side of the page and just fill up and be able to work on this left side. When I tried to binge catch up, I used colored pencils or felt tip markers, but I just enjoy the watercolor more. And I have been trying to later on in the month, in September and in October, I try to at least add the watercolor titles in right away. So when I was going to journal, I wouldn't have to wait for the watercolor to dry. So I'm adding in the journaling, and I'm looking through. I just recently, or I'm still in the process of sorting through my complete stash and dividing it up into something that I can work with, because I have it in so many different places. It overwhelms me easily, and so I'm trying to create folders that are themed. I'm also creating files that are monthly, so that when something applies to a certain month or season, I can put it there, and then when the month is here, I can pull it out and work with that specific stickers, die cuts, whatever. I layered some washi tape underneath the stamp that was already in the notebook. So I could also add the die cut that I cut out. I can't read what it says. I felt like there was some really awkward empty space, and that's why I added the washi tape in. And now I'm just adding more and more and more. And I love filling up the pages. So I switched to the Hobonichi weeks for my kind of daily journaling, and but now I really enjoy doing this too. I'm not running out of material to do because I'm still on September 21st, and I have dated this book up until November 3rd. So I still have a lot of pages to fill and can spend a lot of time doing that, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do when I'm done with those days. And I will have to wait, which is really hard for me. That's something that I'm not good at, waiting to make decisions. So hopefully I will still love it, and hopefully by the time that I'm caught up to November 3rd and have filled all the pages that I wanted to fill, I will know how I can keep on doing this thing right here without the pressure and the stress that I have put on myself in the past 2 months. Right now there was this space and I wanted to add more, but I didn't really want to add something bulky, so I decided to pull out my stamps, and I chose a stamping ink color that was light blue. And then there is this awkward space at the bottom, and I want to stamp it here too, and so I'm just using that sticky note as a cover for the ephemera that was already here. And then instead of continuing on, because I realized that I actually had to go to work in 5 minutes, I decided that I called it done here, and I hope to take you along on more journaling pages in the next weeks. Until then, or until Saturday, whatever, I hope to see you soon. If you don't follow me on Instagram, check me out over there. I'm sharing other things as well, and hope to see you soon. Bye.